Authorities insist that people in East Palestine, Ohio, can return home following a fiery train derailment earlier this month. The accident generated a huge plume of smoke and concerns over the release of toxic chemicals. Residents are reporting health problems and the unexplained deaths of wildlife and household pets. Now, lawmakers are demanding answers. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reports.
Republican Senator Marco Rubio tells me that Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg has some explaining to do over his department's oversight of the U.S. rail system in the wake of that train derailment in Ohio that spilled toxic chemicals and sparked major health concerns.
I think it's important to reevaluate how it is that these trains today are forced, in many cases, to carry these long payloads. In this particular case, wasn't even classified as toxic and leading to this terrible accident.
I didn't even know that it wasn't classified as toxic.
Yeah, and again, one of the things that's really changed in America is the trains are now just longer and carry more bulk than ever before in the name of efficiency, but there's real dangers associated with it.
Republican Senator Rubio and J.D. Vance of Ohio wrote a letter to the Transportation Secretary saying in part, quote, "We write to convey our alarm over the Norfolk Southern Railway freight train derailment. We request information from the U.S. Department of Transportation regarding its oversight of the United States freight train system." Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar also expressed concern, tweeting, quote, "East Palestine railroad derailment will have a significant negative impact on the health and well-being of the residents for decades, and there is almost zero national media attention. We need congressional inquiry and direct action from Pete Buttigieg to address this tragedy." Although evacuation orders have been lifted since the 150-car train derailment earlier this month, residents say the cancer-causing chemical vinyl chloride and other toxic substances have leaked into nearby air and waterway systems.
People didn't want to go home, but they had to. So all the people who had to go home were complaining of smells and pains in their throat, headaches, sickness.
Could the secretary be impeached over this?
Well, I don't know what the guy needs to do to get fired. I mean, it's been one string of transportation meltdown after another. And at some point, we have to figure out what does he do all day except give speeches about racism in construction.
I reached out to the Transportation Secretary but never heard back. Senator Rubio says that hearings will take place in the near future to get answers. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.